Tosia Altman was raised in Włocławek, Poland. She came from a middle or upper-class family. The Hebrew Gymnasium and the Hashomer Hatzair youth movement were big influences in her life. She was a strong youth leader. She was placed in charge of youth education for the central leadership of Hashomer Hatzair in Warsaw. During the Holocaust, Tosia was instructed to travel to many different places. While Tosia was in Warsaw, there was an evacuation for all the youth movements to move eastward. She was then told to go back to Nazi Poland to gather youth group leaders and organize the movement's branches. She would continue to travel for the youth group, which put her at risk. She was very clever with getting through security and not getting caught as a Jew. Altman was then told to return to Warsaw, but before returning, she visited other places with a clear message that the Jews were being slaughtered and that the Jews shouldn't go to their deaths without a fight. The people in Warsaw tried self-defense, but that soon fell apart. In 1942, the Jewish Fighting Organization was established. Altman was sent to the Aryan side to make contact with the Polish underground and to obtain weapons and support. During this time, Hashomer Hatzair lost 2 of its key members, and Jews were found in hiding and sent to death camps. Altman and Ari Wilner traveled as an emissary through ghettos and at times saved people's lives. Tosia was captured in Warsaw during the roundup, but then rescued by the Jewish police, who was working on behalf of Hashomer Hatzair. They then devised a new plan in which they distributed weapons to the divided ghettos, but Wilner was caught and tortured. Eventually, he was rescued, but Altman was left in fear that it might also happen to her. Tosia continued to do her job, and the Jews revolted, but by the 3rd day of the revulsion, the Germans were setting fires to buildings and leaving Jews injured. When things got worse, Tosia went on rescue missions. On the 28th day of the revolt, the Germans found the bunkers. They released gas to exit everyone in hiding. Luckily, Altman survived, but she was in bad condition. She escaped via the sewers and hid in the attic of a factory. On May 24th, fire spread through the attic and Altman suffered from horrible burns. But when she jumped to escape, her body collapsed and she was in flames. She was sent to a hospital, but died 2 days later on the 29th of May. People desperately tried to release Altman from Poland, but she was unwilling to go and didn't know about their efforts.